cell organization, and the human body. All living things are made of cells. Cells are the smallest units of life, and they are the basic building blocks of every organism. In the human body, there are trillions of cells, and they do not work alone. They are organized in a very structured way so that the body can function properly. Cells that have a specific job are called specialized cells. These cells are adapted to perform particular functions. For example, some cells carry oxygen, some send electrical signals, and some help digest food. As the body develops, cells change and become specialized. This process is called differentiation. When many similar cells work together, they form a tissue. A tissue has a specific function. For example, muscle tissue contracts to produce movement, and epithelial tissue covers surfaces such as the inside of the gut. Different tissues then come together to form an organ. An organ has a more complex function because it combines several types of tissue. A good example is the stomach. It contains muscle tissue to move food, glandular tissue to produce digestive juices, and epithelial tissue to protect and line the organ. Organs do not work on their own. Several organs work together to form an organ system. One important system in the human body is the digestive system. This system breaks down food and absorbs nutrients into the bloodstream. It includes the stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine. All these parts must work together for digestion to be successful. Finally, all organ systems work together to form a complete organism. This level of organization is essential for survival. Gas exchange in humans. The lungs are responsible for gas exchange. This means they allow oxygen to enter the body and carbon dioxide to leave. Air enters the body through the trachea. It then moves into the bronchi and finally reaches tiny air sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are the main sites where gas exchange happens. Oxygen moves from the air in the alveoli into the blood. Carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the alveoli so it can be breathed out. This movement happens by diffusion, which means gases move from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Why the lungs are efficient? The lungs are very efficient because of the structure of the alveoli. Alveoli have a very large surface area, which allows a large amount of gas exchange at once. They have very thin walls, so gases only travel a short distance. They have a moist surface, which helps gases dissolve. They have a rich blood supply, which keeps the concentration difference high. All these features make diffusion happen quickly and efficiently. The circulatory system and the heart. The circulatory system transports oxygen and nutrients around the body.
Humans have a double circulatory system.
This means blood passes through the heart twice during one complete circuit. One part of the system sends blood to the lungs to pick up oxygen. The other part sends oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. The heart has 4 chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. The right side of the heart pumps blood to the lungs. The left side pumps blood to the rest of the body. Valves in the heart make sure blood flows in the correct direction and does not flow backwards. The main blood vessels connected to the heart are the vena cava, which brings blood to the heart, the pulmonary artery, which carries blood to the lungs, the pulmonary vein, which carries oxygenated blood from the lungs, the aorta, which carries oxygenated blood to the body. The heart muscle also needs oxygen. This is supplied by the coronary arteries. The heartbeat is controlled by a group of cells in the right atrium. If this system fails, an artificial pacemaker can be used to control the heartbeat. Blood vessels. There are 3 types of blood vessels. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. They have thick walls and carry blood at high pressure. Veins carry blood back to the heart. They have valves to prevent backflow. Capillaries are very small vessels where exchange happens. Their walls are very thin, so substances can easily move in and out. Blood and its components. Blood is a tissue made of different parts that work together. Red blood cells carry oxygen. They contain hemoglobin and have a shape that increases surface area. They do not have a nucleus, which allows more space for oxygen. White blood cells defend the body against disease. They can destroy harmful microorganisms. Platelets help blood clot. This prevents excessive bleeding. Plasma is a liquid that carries everything in the blood, including nutrients, hormones, carbon dioxide, and waste products. Key learning tip: try to see the pattern instead of memorizing everything. Cells form tissues. Tissues form organs. Organs form systems. Systems form the whole body. The same idea applies everywhere in biology. Question and answer section. Question: what are the basic building blocks of all living organisms? Cells are the basic building blocks of all living organisms. Question: what is a tissue? A tissue is a group of similar cells working together to perform a specific function. Question: what is an organ system? An organ system is a group of organs working together to carry out a major function in the body. Question: what is the correct path of oxygen into the bloodstream? Trachea, bronchi, alveoli, capillaries. Question: what are alveoli? Alveoli are small air sacs in the lungs where gas exchange takes place. Question: which blood vessel carries blood to the lungs? The pulmonary artery. Question: which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood to the body? The aorta. Question: why are red blood cells good at carrying oxygen? They contain hemoglobin and have a shape that increases surface area, and they do not have a nucleus. Question: what happens if villi are damaged in the intestine? Less surface area is available, so fewer nutrients are absorbed into the blood. Question: why is oxygen diffusion slower if oxygen levels decrease? Because the difference in concentration becomes smaller, so diffusion slows down.